that? I heard something. You're all freaks. I could have sworn I heard something. Jesus! That sounds pleasant.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and the first thing that I'd like to tell you is that I recently did another episode of the Top 10 Plays of Battlefield 3 for Hazard Cinema, so if you'd like to go see that, that will be down in the description. And number 2, what is wrong with you guys? You guys are so silly. Okay, so the intro was not just for some arbitrary reason. The reason that I did the Splinter Cell intro is because the top rated comment for the class setup from last week's video was from 64 High Bob, and he said Splinter Cell style, F2000 ACOG, suppressor and foregrip, MP443 suppressor and black soldier camo. Now, I believe the official term for the assault rifle in the Splinter Cell series, if I'm not mistaken, because I have beaten all of the Splinter Cells, well, not the latest one, because it doesn't have a whistle feature, and that really got to me for some reason. What? I can't whistle? This isn't tactical? I'm not playing this piece of garbage game, but okay. So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is called the SC20K, right? It looks just like an F2000, but I think for some reason it's not called that in the game. So, if I'm not mistaken, SC20K, right? So, and you guys left some very goofy comments. I just suddenly asked for requests, and I was surprised that I got assault rifles in terms of the requests, because it seems like this whole request system, I was trying to sort of do it to end. That guy got jumping out of the helicopter in the wrong position, but it seemed like when I'm asking for these requests, I thought a lot of you wanted me to stray away from the assault class because you see the assault class so often, but I guess not. And one of you left a comment on the last video. Somebody asked for my nationality, and this guy, he's part of the Scout Army. Look, Hillbilly Hell 1397 said that I'm Canadian and that I have a pet moose called Maple Syrup that only eats poutine. So I opened up the floodgates in terms of feedback that I deserve from a viewer. I think I definitely like that description, because if I did have a mouse, or a moose, excuse me, I was gonna say, if I had a mouse that named Maple Syrup that ate poutine, that would be very, very morbid. But I guess since it's a moose, and since I'm Canadian, that goes hand in hand somehow. But I do welcome all the feedback that you leave in terms of class setups. I always like the theme ones. There's another guy that said something like this. Okay, picture this class setup, bro cookie. Alright. I don't want to say MP5K, and this is like a tactical maneuver. It seemed like there was just a pause in the enemies coming out of the spawn, and I just said, alright, I'm just going to lurk in the crate, and then pop out every few seconds and check if anybody's there, and that's going to be wham, bam, and we're done. Okay, so it seemed like this guy had a very, very good idea, but I don't know if I want to use this class. I don't know if you guys want to see me use this, but this guy on Facebook had an idea of using the M5K with an IRNV scope, a suppressor, and what was the last one? Was it a foregrip? I can't remember exactly what it was. When you think about it, an IRNV scope on the top of the M5K, along with a suppressor and I think it's a grip, it really does look like a paintball gun, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if you guys agree with me, I definitely think that sort of class setup with the M5K, yeah, M5K infrared, and a suppressor makes it look just like a paintball gun. So, you know what, if you guys want to give me sort of themed classes like that, like, I want you to use this because it's like a paintball, or I want you to use this because it reflects Splinter Cell, by all means. So I want to continue the trend of I operate purely off of your requests, because I think that really integrates you into the whole process. Like, I hate this one-way communication where I'm just talking at you. So if I can include you guys any way that I can, I definitely want to strive to do that. Now, tomorrow, Endgame comes out for us because apparently EA, well, I don't think this is a DICE. This is not a DICE issue, but EA definitely likes to segregate. Oh, PS3 users get everything a week in advance. Woo! The Pony Slay Station is so superior, except not really. And you'll see at this point in time, the Humvee perching it up here is very, very valuable. And you'll notice in the first few seconds that I was up here, sure, you get kills. You usually get kills during the first 30 seconds to 60 seconds that you're up on this vantage point. However, people catch on really quickly, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to be killing people in this position to be having a profound effect on the enemy team. Like, look at Mr. Helicopter over here, thinking that he can take on a Humvee, and one more burst, and I just say, nope, and headshot him directly out of it. Now, somehow, look at my Humvee. It's at 75% vehicle health. I somehow just start dying. Like, I don't even know what I'm being hit from. That makes zero sense to me. It's like hear that? It's like I'm slowly being shot with like an airsoft gun. How is it destroying an armored What? I don't know. But it started things on fire, and then I said, I don't like fire, especially when it's in my face when I'm trying to shoot a 50 caliber machine gun. I was going to say, of all the things that I want going on while I'm firing a 50 caliber machine gun, I don't think I want fire in my lungs. Or smoke. Whatever one actually enters the alveoli of your lungs, I don't want it there. Nope, don't want lungs, or I mean fire in my lungs. I was going to say lungs in my fire, but that's definitely not right. And here, it's almost like you're holding your breath while you're out of bounds, like... And that route is very, very, very good for flanking if nobody's looking that direction. Now, let me tell you the give and take. If they are looking in this direction, you are going to get slaughtered. You're going to get shot in the face, and that's kind of the end of the story. Especially if there's guys lurking in this white building. However, the reason that I chose Domovan Peak, and I know that you guys really get sick of Domovan Peak, but it's going to be the last Domovan Peak for a while, because obviously Endgame's coming out, and I'm going to be playing a ton of CTF, and I'm almost questioning, and Mr. Clothmonster's so ignorant, but I'm actually questioning for the first upload of Endgame. Now, I can't upload tomorrow, okay? I've got sort of a busy week ahead of me, but I think I might be able to do like a Thursday or a Friday. Definitely not Saturday. I'm super busy Saturday too. But hopefully I get like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday upload. That will probably be what it is, but definitely not tomorrow because I'm slammed. But I am questioning splicing in my own audio of flag taken, flag dropped, flag taken, flag dropped, flag returned. I want to see what a Battlefield game sounds like when it has those sounds. I don't think I'd be able to handle myself. You know what? Playing Halo at a friend's house, I already can't handle when I'm playing Halo with that sort of commentating sound effects, so I don't know if it would work in Battlefield. However, I'm questioning splicing in those sound effects just to see the ambiance or what it would be like if Halo was ever crossed with Battlefield in a CTF venue. That would be very, very funny to me. And here I just got a streak of kills because it was essentially the other team doesn't know that I can clip off of surfaces and cover up about 70 to 80% of my body while they have their entire body exposed. Like, look at this. I guess this is not the perfect example because I'm not really cutting much of myself off with cover. However, and that's the power of the health kit right there. You saw I dipped down to 0% health, but I was instantly healing by that little health kit that I had there, so I prevented myself from dying. That is the power of the assault class and the power of the med kit sitting at your feet. Now, here is where I start to clip a little bit more. It seems like you catfish, dude. Like, I'm covering so much of my body, you have to hit me in the face or else you're not going to kill me. All your bullets are just going to be hitting this trash can or this... Badger, it's not a trash can. It's a recycling bin. Oh, okay. And thank you very much, DICE hybrid client-side / server-side hit detection, where I dipped behind the recycling bin with 42% health, and then I somehow instantly died from a headshot. Now, that's sort of the give and take with the... I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I do have it correct, that it is a hybrid hit detection system in the netcode. I can't remember if it's Crash or somebody I talked to about this. He said something like it was a hybrid between server-side and client-side hit detection. So that's... And he literally said, I've seen him on a forum say that is why there are certain times where it's, yeah, you get shot around a corner. You get shot even though you ducked like 2 seconds earlier. That's a little bit of a frustrating thing, but I guess that's one of the overlookable, or I don't know if overlookables, okay, one of the flaws of Battlefield 3 that I can overlook. Let's just say that. And I always ride in style as soon as I fall from Donovan. Oh, Lord. Now, this is the best. Oh, man. Now, this is the best part. Okay. So you think that's colossal and everything else, but then you look back, we killed a guy. I didn't even plan on doing that. Like, look at him. He's twitching on the ground right there. That's a dead Russian guy from, like, falling with a Humvee. And now he's disappeared. I don't know if the corners are just that quick, like they're Jamaican sprinters or something, but that guy got a medevac pretty fast. At least if you ask me. That's maybe that's not a very fast medevac in Russia. Maybe that's like a slow one, but I was just surprised that I actually did something with that maneuver of driving a Humvee off of a cliff onto a large, conveniently placed, I'm not even sure if that was propane or gasoline or what exactly it was, but it was combustible or flammable or all of the above in terms of ables, and it seems like that somehow worked out in my favor. Now, I decided to switch to single fire because I felt like being tactical. I really don't think that many people ever use single fire on many of these guns, like ever. And it's almost as disgusting as, yes, I have seen some people use the automatic fire on the AN-94, and it just makes me gag. It's like, oh God, why would you use that? Why would you use the AN-94 and then switch to full auto? That's so silly. Does that not defeat the purpose of using the AN-94? It doesn't make logical sense to me. What rational person would do that? And I guess it wasn't all that effective because I have to hit you with so many shots from that distance. I'm also using a suppressor, which doesn't help my case. I'm also using an ACOG, and I have to sort of, it seems like there's a little bit of a bullet drop from that distance at least. That sort of, I don't know if these are large propane installments or gasoline or what natural resource is right there, but from those containers over to this roof right here is quite the distance, especially for a suppressed assault rifle. You have to hit him with quite a few shots to actually kill the guy. I see this recon here, and this is just frustrating. There's like a string of deaths. You didn't see the last death because I covered up the kill cam, but there are so many times that I died in this game just because, and I'm not trying to be selfish here, but I'm just saying, and I'm not frustrated either. I'm not like, Badger's so ass blasted, so anal butt frustrated. No, it's like, I'm not mad, but look, my death right here could have been easily avoided if that guy did not go. Jamal, get it together. Why do you have to go for the knife? That's just, yet again, I'm not mad. It's just frustrating when some teammates don't think about, oh, if I shoot this guy immediately, the threat that the threat that he poses to my other teammates is immediately eliminated. But if I knife him, I have to run that extra 20 feet, and I have to actually perform the knife maneuver, which is a solid 5 seconds in Battlefield 3, and that is all time when he's behind my teammates and can easily shoot them in the back. That is just a little bit frustrating to me. Alright? I'm not mad about it. Slightly annoyed and frustrated, but life goes on. It's okay. I will still respawn at the next screen, but this base, and the reason why I picked Donovan Peak as well is because this is what I think Capture the Flag is going to be like with 64 players. Now, I don't know if DICE designed, it's like this. It's like 64 player Rush on Donovan Peak. I don't think DICE, and this guy just lurking here. Oh, good morning, Carl. Nice one, checking your 6 over and over and over. And that's just weird because so many of my American teammates would come through this building. I don't know why that guy would expose his back like that. However, I do think that, okay, this is my point, and I know I'm getting like off topic for a second here, but I wanted to say that I think Donovan Peak was not designed for 64 players on Rush, right? So I also think that 64 players, and I end up getting a couple guys here just out of pure, I don't even know what. Like, I get one, I get two, and then this guy comes around the corner, and then I channel my inner Sam Fisher and my Lambert listening and communication skills, and I somehow get him on the ground. I'm surprised that the MP443 is actually that lethal. It actually is quite decent. However, I like to think that this base, this MCOM, this AMCOM right here is going to be very reminiscent of the flag on 64 player Capture the Flag. It's just going to be so many guys lurking in so many dark corners and ladders and catwalks and roofs, all looking at the flag, and as soon as anybody goes for it, they get their head blown off, just over and over and over again. So this is why I uploaded Donovan Peak, just because I think it's going to be sort of like a foreshadowing of what CTF in 64 players, maybe I shouldn't be playing 64 players, but I'm going to try it anyways, in Endgame is going to be like. So I want to thank 64 High Bob for the request of the Splinter Cell style loadout. And no, I don't really like Splinter Cell Conviction. Now, okay, let me revise that. I don't like it as a Splinter Cell game because it seemed like more of a Ghost Recon-ish Rainbow Six type feel from Ubisoft. I still thought it was a good game, but I didn't think it was as in line with the other Splinter Cells. I thought it was more of a, general Ghost Recon Rainbow Six type deal. I just think it's sort of straight away from the classic Splinter Cell that I really like, but I still thought it was a decent game nonetheless. So, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Yet again, I will welcome any sort of requests that you guys have, whether they're themed or not, whether I want you to use a paintball gun, well, whatever you'd like me to use. So, I'll see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald und later. See you in game. Endgame, man, Endgame. But not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Tuesday, and Tuesday's a busy day. But Wednesday, maybe. Thursday, maybe. Friday, maybe. Not Saturday, okay? Hopefully that makes sense in terms of the schedule, but okay. Goodbye.